Hello, Kay Curtin. We're here in the Youghal Lace Museum. You're the president of the Youghal Chamber of Tourism and Development.
That's right, yes.
Okay, it's the soft opening here at the Youghal Lace Museum.
Yes, that's
135 North Main Street.
Yes, that's
What's
right.
going on?
Look, we opened the door anyhow, a soft opening, as I say, and everyone's welcome to come up and have a look. We're open to suggestions if anyone wants to volunteer, and obviously we depend on donations as well.
Why are the people behind this, all the volunteers behind this, promoting the wonderful Youghal Lace?
Well, I suppose it was a big part. Yeah, it was a big part of industry, and I think for us to move forward, we have to look at the past. And I think definitely this is a plus for Youghal, you know. And it's great to work under the Youghal Heritage and Histories group. This obviously is our third project, and we hope there'll be many more.
Yeah, and okay, now you're being modest there because you've been really kind of a driving force behind this as well, because your flower shop is right next door here.
That's
You've
right.
been in and out, working late nights, and I got
That's
to mention other people as well. The Wrecking Crew, I'm going to call them.
That's
Tommy
right.
Collins,
Tommy,
Whitefall, working late at night.
Brilliant.
All the other lads, Paddy over there,
Yes.
Brian, the whole crew. There's too many to mention, but it's all out of volunteers.
It is. And look, there was a lot of heavy work, which I couldn't do anything about, but then I did the finishing touches and I sourced the lace. And look, we did a lot of work really, you know, and I was working weekends. I was in this morning 6:15, yesterday 5:30. So look, and I'd like to thank, you know, Brian Duke. He gave the floor a wash there one morning, but I had to wash it again yesterday because obviously
But these people are doing all for free.
They do for free. And I think, look, we're welcome to, you know, we want other people to get involved. And like, I mean, look, I have my own business as well to run. And look, I manage the two. So surely I think people can manage.
Okay, with your business next door here, this now just opened up here. Of course, the Film Museum down below, the Main Street Deli, the other restaurants that have opened up in town. It's not all doom and gloom for a bit of town. People keep on comparing Youghal to Kinsale.
Yeah.
Sell Youghal to me there.
Yes, well, I tell you, I was in Kinsale 2 weeks ago. And I tell you, it was crazy there. Everyone was beeping at each other. They were giving out. There was no room for the buses. Actually, this morning we...
So they've too much tourism.
They've too much tourism and they don't want it.
Oh, okay, so you want to get a balance.
We want to get a balance. So to be honest, I met this morning 10:15. I got a phone call last night very late to say that there was a tour bus coming in off one of the liners in Cove from the Queen Anne liner. And I met them this morning representing the Chamber and they couldn't get over the town. And there's another one coming today, 3:15. We put on the music. I ran down with the chain of office. Look, it's a bit out of my usual.
It's fantastic. And as people said, like one business or one shop at a time opening up. But that said, you said, we've got to look at our past as well, to move forward.
Yes.
But there's a couple of clearing things. I know that it might be the wrong time to do it on this wonderful opening day here. But Kay, there's the platform for the Youghal Lighthouse, the viewing platform for the Youghal Lighthouse. There's the Mulgoggins Corner viewing platform there. There's the trailhead for the Greenway not opened up. There's the Youghal Library not opened up. These are going on for years and years. And, people are pissed off that now.
They are. And, to be honest, we brought all these up when we met the council 2 weeks ago. We've actually taken matters into our own hands there now this weekend. We've got signs made out at the end of the Greenway because people don't know that there's a town there. And we've got arrows pointing Youghal town. You've done the Greenway. Come in.
Your businesses like Padraig outside have invested,
right.
100,000 north in money for having these cycles out there.
Yeah.
And the trailhead didn't even open there.
It's shocking. And we showed them a photo.
But it's open in Middleton, it's open in Kill, it's open in Castlemartin, it's open in Mulgilly. They're shining like diamonds there. Yeah. And it's not here. And that is what there's something radically wrong there. Now, we keep saying that Youghal's on the peripheral of the county. We're here on the borders of East Cork and West Waterford. But are we on the peripheral of the minds of Cork County Council?
I think we are. Now, I can see green shoots, obviously, today, and it was a great day, but definitely, we are in contact constantly, the Chamber, with the Cork County Council. Thank God the bike racks have arrived. They're in town, whether they're up or not, and we're chasing that since January. So, I mean, a little thing by like 6 bike racks we were only looking for. Yeah. But we have got them, but they're not up yet.
Right.
It's me there about the lighthouse and all that. And Mulgoggins Corner, you asked me about all that. Obviously, the lighthouse is being painted. That was the latest news we got last week for them. Whether they have funding or not, they're going to paint it.
It's going to be magnificent when it's finished. But see, what I'm trying to get at here is it's not like rocket science at this stage. It's a viewing platform. Thank you very much. Get on with it and paint the lighthouse. You know what I mean? And especially we're into tourist season now.
Yeah.
It's the June bank holiday weekend.
Yes.
You were just the start now of the tourists arriving in town, and to turn Mulgoggan's Corner and see the lighthouse and the Shavers Inn. You know what I mean?
To be beautiful.
You know.
And you know what? I don't think it would be accepted in Middleton, Kinsale, Crosshaven, anywhere. But we're accepting Youghal, but it's too late. We're going to go ahead ourselves and we're going to take action. And the first thing we've done now is we've put up posters out by Clancy's Bar to show people that there is a town called Youghal.
Well, you've also taken action with the group that you're involved with here, the Youghal Heritage Group and History Group, to open up this wonderful museum, all volunteer work.
That's right.
And the Youghal Film Photography Museum,
yes.
the Catley DeMay Museum, and the soon to be opened or worked on next Pioneer Women of Youghal.
Fantastic.
So it's not all doom and gloom.
No, it's not. And look, if anybody wants any information about the Youghal Lace, come in to me and I'll come in and I'll show them the museum. That's all.
Everyone welcome free of charge.
Yes, everyone is free charge. Yeah.
And of course, the best flowers in Youghal.
Yes, best flowers
in Youghal. What number are you there?
136.
There you go, now a free advertisement there for you. Tony Sheehan, the artistic director of Triskel in Cork City. Tony, you're just in and around Youghal Lace Museum. It's having a soft opening, as they call it here this morning. Your wife here, Marcella, well known in the textiles, in the artwork that she's done, and her wonderful exhibitions in the past. Many exhibitions you've held in the Triskel, of course, and you feature quite a lot from Youghal. So your heart and soul is with the town. I know that. And you're a Youghal man. And what do you think of this Youghal effort here today?
I think it's wonderful. And I have to say, Paddy and Kay and everyone involved in creating this wonderful museum should be given just a big round of applause, because it's bringing life back into a beautiful old shop. And especially, look at that chair, that belonged to John Kennedy. And that's what matters to me, that John's legacy, in a way, is being preserved here in this shop.
And of course, you were a great friend of John, and you were part of the gossip shop crew and all that. And of course, John, you had many of shows on Community Radio Youghal with John. Of course, he was a big figure on the Community Radio film. These wonderful Sunday morning shows as well. Everyone has great memories of his show here. Tell us about John, from your memories of John.
Well, I'm thinking, just as you were talking, Mick, about how excited he would be about this. That he loved art, he loved culture, he loved theatre, and he loved chat and, people gathering together. In his heart and soul, he loved to play. He worked hard, but he didn't see being alive as being alive to work. You work to live. You didn't live to work with John. And this is a kind of a manifestation of his spirit in a way. I know that he cared deeply as well about the state of the town. And, we can see...
And he wasn't afraid to voice his opinion either.
No, Mick Toomey's amazing film, Town Out of Time. John is a very strong voice in that. And I can hear that voice, in the context of this new thing, this new museum, taking our derelict spaces and reanimating them.
John was a bit of an anarchist as regards official Ireland. He hated it. He absolutely hated the official Ireland, the restrictions of the thumbs down that was there when he was growing up.
He and I used to call the bureaucrats that very often used to stop things like this happening the Marietta biscuit eaters. They come in, they'd have their Marietta biscuit at 11 o'clock with their tea. They'd go on a long lunch break, a long afternoon break. Nothing would get done. He wasn't like that. Paddy and the gang who are developing all these musicians aren't like that. And they're great, Mick. It's great to have that energy in the town. It really is important that we have it.
And finally, Tony, the sign outside the door, Youghal Lace Museum, above that is John's old kind of like 1960s, 70s remembrance, that fluorescent light behind the opaque perspex.
Ask Paddy about that, Mick, because Paddy talked with the conservation architect about the importance of that sign and persuaded the conservation person in Cork County Council that this actually has social and historical importance, so it's staying there.